Hello everyone. In this first tutorial or the first video on the DevExplore channel, we are going to explore what is Python, and we are not just going to explore like other YouTube videos you see. We are going to explore in a way that we are going to follow a documentation. So what we are going to do essentially, we are going to use a website called learnpython.org. Okay, so we are going to use this website to go step by step and learning all these things from these websites. I will teach everything in depth, what these things states and how to implement this in the real code. By this way you will have a structured base that you can follow along. Okay, so now first thing first, we need to introduce what is Python. Okay, so for that let me just quickly write Python. Okay, so here you can see Python is a high level general purpose programming language. Its design philosophy emphasizes code readability with the use of significant indentation, and Python is dynamically typed and garbage collected. Learn about these terms and these keywords later in the course. Okay, so you can see like the creator of Python is Udo van Razum. Hope I am pronouncing the name right. And it was created in 20 February 1991. Yes, it was created before Java. Okay, and the Python current version is Python 3.12. So first thing, we are going to install the Python, but before that we are going to see what is a programming language and how it talks to our computer, how it became a language of computer. Okay, so for that let me give you a demo here. Basically we need to see what is programming language. You can imagine this is a fan, right? This is a fan. Okay, this is a fan. So if I want to talk to this fan, how can I talk to this fan? So there is one way to talk to this fan. That is, I have a switchboard here, okay, which will be like, it's like off, and this will be like on. Okay, fine. Now there are two languages basically to talk to this fan. Two ways I can talk. One is off mode. I can say off to the fan, or I can say on to the fan. If I just convert it to binary, okay, it will be something like, or in terms of voltage, if I just like voltage, wait, if I just go here and write this voltage, if I write voltage, so it will be something like high volt and low volt. That will be represented as 1 and 0. Okay, and now you can see this is 1. High voltage is considered as 1 and low voltage is considered as 0. 0 and 1 are the binary digits. Okay, so we have different digit like binary, decimal, and then hexadecimal. So decimal is like we have 0 to 9. In binary we have only 0 and 1. Okay, so it's something like this, right? Machine language. Okay, binary is actually known as machine language. So from this we can conclude that if I need to talk to fan, I need to use what? Machine language, right? Right. Now what is a fan? You can define fan as an electronic device that rotates to produce wind or wind energy, right? Fan, if we understand fan is essentially what? An electronic device. So similar, if we consider a bulb, okay, if we consider a bulb, okay, if we consider a bulb is nothing but electronic device, an electronic device. So to talk to fan or to talk to bulb, we need to use electrical signals that is in the form of binary, that is 0 and 1, 0 and 1. Okay, I think it is clear up to now. Now if we move to something like computer, okay, if we move to something like computer, then what is a computer? So what is a computer? Computer is nothing but electronic device. Okay, now to talk to computer, what I need to use? I need to use binaries, that is 0, 1, that is the machine language, right? Now if I need to tell computer 21, okay, if I need to tell computer 21, that is 21 actually in decimal, that is the number we use 21 to computer, what we need to do is that we need to convert it to binary. So to convert it to binary, we actually do what? We'll divide it by 2. That is equals to 2 into 10 to 20, that it will remain 1, and here 2 to 5, that it will remain 0, and again 2, that will 2 to 4, here it will remain 1, and then 2, that will 2 1s are 2, that will remain 0. So this 1 0 1 0 1. So the 21 is converted to 1 0 1 0 1. So if I need to give 21 as a number to computer, I need to convert the 21 to this format. Then only computer will understand that this is 21. Okay, now this, as you can see, like it is fairly simple. Okay, If I just need to convert AB, right? Forget about B. It will be long. If I just need to convert A, so what I can do is that I will divide it by 2. Now we can't divide A by 2. So what we need to do is that we need to convert this A to its ASCII value. Okay. So ASCII actually ASK, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. This is ASCII. This stands for American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Okay. So the ASCII value of capital A is 65. Okay. Now we need to convert the 65 to binary. So it will be like 64, that equals 32, that is 64 here, 1, and then again 2. It will be something like 16, then here it will be 0, then 2, then it will be 8, and it will be 0 here again, and it will be 2, that will be 4, and 0, and 2, that is 0, then 2, then 2. It will be converted to 1, and here 0. So it will be like this. It will be 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. So this is how the A is getting converted. Now imagine a word apple. Now how huge it will be to write apple in machine language. So to tackle this issue, the computer scientists have introduced something called programming language. Programming language. Okay. Now what happens in programming language is that we have certain grammar in the programming language. We have certain grammars. That is, it's something like we have as we have grammar in English, we have certain grammar that is called syntax. That is grammar of programming language. Okay. Now we have certain we have syntax, and we have different things like tokens and other stuffs. And what we write in the code editor, or like Notepad, we'll write in Notepad or IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment, which is essentially used for a particular programming language to develop a certain softwares. Okay. So what happened? Like if we are using IDEs or any code editor or Notepad, anything like, so we write something called source code. Okay. Now source code is generally English. It's generally English like, not complete English, but we use English words plus certain symbols. Okay. We can say English words and English words plus certain symbols to write the program, and the program we write is known as source code. Okay. I think it is clear till this point. Now what happens is that we have something called interpreter or compiler. We'll not go in detail like what is the difference between interpreter and compiler. Okay, I'll just give a quick overview here. We have something called compiler, but in Python we have something called interpreter. Okay, interpreter. So the basic difference is that when you have something like source code, the compiler will read whole source code at once and then compile it. Okay, whereas interpreter checks line by line. Okay. Checks one line and then goes to another line to check the errors, whether there is any syntax error. Syntax error means if the syntax has been properly followed or not, or any runtime error. We'll later in the course learn about different type of errors. Okay. Now we have compiler interpreter. What happens is that I write source code in any programming language. For example, in this case we are using Python. To .py is the extension. So what happened here? I will write the source code, CODE code, source code. Now here is the Python interpreter. Now what it will do? It will convert that to machine code, that is binary code. We write in plain and simple English-like language. Okay, English-like language. The interpreter will read this language, check for the errors, whether it is syntax error or runtime error. Okay, if the check pass, then it is get converted to machine code. As simple as it is. Okay, now this machine code is executable by the computer. So the machine code may be machine dependent also. It is completely different topic again. So what we need to understand is that we have a source code. We have something called source code. We have something called interpreter, and we have something called machine code. The flow is that we write source code, and the source code is getting converted to machine code by the Python interpreter. There are two work of interpreter. First, it checks the validity of the code, whether the code structure is valid or not. If the code structure is valid, then it will convert it to the machine code. Else, if not valid, it will give errors. Okay, errors to the programmer, and it will also mention the line number. Great. I hope you understand how the program actually works. What is the need of programming language? The need of programming language is nothing, just to simplify the communication. What is the need of programming language? Need of programming language is just to simplify the communication between a human and a computer, between a software developer and a computer, an electronic machine. Nothing more on that. Okay, this is all. This is all we need to know about programming language to get started in Python. Okay. So yeah, thank you for watching the first video. A huge thanks guys for watching the video. I will see you in the next part of the course. Bye bye.